And broadcast and close microphone audio. There we go. Can we hear you? No, you. Douglas, can you hear Level40 Gaming speak? Or just me? Maybe share party audio. Share party audio. Talk again. I can only hear Matthew. Include headset or PlayStation camera recording gameplay. Testing 1, 2, 3. No. So how do we do that? Yeah, all my stuff's checked. Share party audio, include microphone audio and broadcast, include microphone audio and video clips.
Yeah, all my shit is obviously always set to share. Share meal. Party settings. Party settings somehow.
Invite players to broadcast. I think I have to invite you. That's why.
Yeah, try inviting me to broadcast.
Alright. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Alright, you're good to go. I hear you. Nice.
You hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Doug, microphone check. You can hear both of us. I see there's 3
Can you
people
hear me?
here. Yeah, thanks for stopping me too, because I would have been talking for no reason. Oh man. Chico, are you there, brother? Alright, let's get this party started. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate you, bro. And thank you for joining us from all the way from Philippines. And we will get you on an interview again, a more in-depth interview in the near future on our YouTube channel again. But thank you all for you, Doug, that you've done regarding not only helping yourself, but being a blessing to others, and especially as it relates to 5-Star Veterans Coalition. Much love. So yes, everybody, we are here today. As you all know, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you spent it well with your loved ones, whether that's your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, dog, friend. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys. So today we're going to do something a little different in our interview. We won't be utilizing the StreamYard where we can bring people in like we did last week. However, in the future, we will do that, case by case, depending, how people can utilize that. And I thought today was a lot, since we're going to be discussing mental health, getting to know Level 40 gaming story, and since he's a gamer, I think this kind of works perfect of how we're streaming and going live today. Um, Also, thank you, Level 40 Gaming, for joining us today and getting to know you a little bit better, especially, how it relates to not just mental health, but, you're a veteran. We served together for 4 years in the military. Also, those who, as I explained with Doug DeChico, we all serve together, so we have that brotherhood, that camaraderie. We'll always have each other's back no matter what. In the Navy, we call each other shipmates, and so yeah, Tommy, or my bad, Level
Oh,
40
you good.
Gaming.
You're good, man. It's all
So,
good. I'm glad to be here, man. No problem.
yeah, so
Appreciate you having me.
yeah, thank you. And like I said, let's get your story out there. So, whether we reach one person or 100 people, that's doesn't really matter as long as we can reach one. And you have a very unique and powerful story to yourself personally, especially, a lot of people, they say you're in the Navy, what can you experience that's bad? But the three of us, the Chico, myself, and Level 40 Gaming, our story is definitely unique comparing to most Navy individuals. So, yeah, and we're going to be playing Destiny 2. We're going to be talking, and I'm going to sign into my Warlock so you can see what that character is about. Anyway, Level 40 Gaming, let's start off and let everybody know, a little bit about yourself. Well, first, like I mentioned, you joined the Navy, so where do you originally come from? And let's get to know a little bit of history of, where you came from, where you were born, and how life was prior to joining the military.
All right. So when I was born, I was from Tampa Bay originally, born and raised. And how I joined the Navy, I was actually doing a lot of drugs and stuff, and I was actually coming back from just picking up some drugs, and I was at a stoplight, and I guess I had cut off this minivan, and it was two Marines in the minivan. Now, mind you, I'm high on coke, and so I'm sitting there a little freaked out that this minivan pulls up next to me, and these two guys are sitting in the minivan. And mind you, I'm 16 years or 17 years old, so I'm like young. These two grown men, military men, pop up in the minivan next to me. Hey, man, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm good. They asked me how old I was, and I told them. And then they're like, oh, you go to East Bay? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, man, we just left the house from so-and-so. You know so-and-so? I was like, yeah, we're on the football team together. Like, oh, you play football too? Like, yeah. So we was talking, and they ended up asking me if I wanted to talk to them further. And I was like, yeah, sure. Give me your card. Anything to not get my butt kicked. So I took their card and I called them the next day and we talked and I went and I went to the MEP station, did the whole process, the 25 times going back and forth to MEPS.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was a little chunky monkey. I had some weight on me. I had to get a weight waiver and this and that and the other. Um, but whenever I went to actually join, I had cold feet. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I don't want to get shot. If you've done any kind of drugs, now's the time to let us know. I put on there that I've done ecstasy and LSD, and they're like, oh man, that's going to set you out a year from whenever you last took it. So when's the last time you took it? And I told them like 8 months prior, so I had 4 months I had to wait before I could rejoin. And I was thinking about it. Yeah, I like the military idea. I just don't like the idea of getting shot at. So I popped my head into the Navy recruiting office and That's how I joined the Navy.
That's awesome. So very, very nothing to be ashamed of course. Very
Yeah,
similar situation to most people, joining the
yeah.
military to kind of get out of the environment that they were living at. Oh, I like this. Let's play some games while playing games.
hmm
So, uh, how old were you when you joined the Navy?
I was 18.
Oh, still a baby like most of us, yes.
Yeah. But I
And
didn't actually I didn't actually join until I was like 19,
hmm
turning 20.
challenging with the mental
hmm
health, up years can be challenging. But that's cool, brother. And I know when I was in the Navy, there's plenty of cowboy fans. So that's cool, especially you coming from, where did you go? Coming from Tampa, being what made you want to be a
Mm,
Cowboys fan? That's interesting.
well, that's an interesting story too. I was like, I don't know, 8 years old. And my mom we used to live in Texas, El Paso, and there was this
Ah,
girl down the street, and she put on a little cheerleading outfit, and it was Cowboys. So me being 8 and being young and thinking, oh, I'm gonna be a Cowboys fan because she's a Cowboy fan.
so it was a
So
female, huh? Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So that's not the main part of our discussion today, but thank you for sharing that.
hmm
Now let's get back into the Navy experience. Are you gonna come here to the mission? All right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm here.
Uh, so you joined in January of 2000. So, like you said, it was cold, the snow. But how was
hmm
when you first arrived to boot camp and while in boot camp in Great Lakes? So everybody who's not familiar, boot camp is in Great Lakes, which is maybe 30, 45 minutes north of Chicago. So,
hmm
so how did you feel while you were in? Like, were you nervous? Did you feel like, oh, why am I here? Let us know how Level 40 gaming felt at the time.
I felt pretty good because I had the mentality of like a Full Metal Jacket. I was expecting that type of boot camp. That was definitely not the case in Great Lakes. So I was very relieved. It was not like that at all. Because I mean, I totally went in there thinking it was going to be Full Metal Jacket style boot camp.
Hmm.
So I was really relieved at that point. I mean, boot camp to me was fun. I really enjoyed boot camp in the Navy. It was really, really fun. Except when we had to make the walls sweat.
Oh man, make it rain? Yeah. Oh
When you
Lord.
make the walls sweat,
Oh
giving
Lord.
them walls a good workout. That was not fun.
So how were yeah, definitely not. I remember those pretty much almost every day. So how is anyway, how I'll talk about that in a bit. So how how would you say cuz in the Navy everybody's called RDC, Recruit Division Commander, but how would you say your fellow mm, what do we call each other in boot camp? Squids? Yeah, squids, that's a good word, I guess.
hmm
Shipmates.
Shipmates.
Were you guys a bunch of troublemakers? Were you guys,
Uh,
a
th-
good
there was a
division?
there was a couple knuckleheads. There was a couple of knuckleheads in my division.
Hmm. Hmm.
But for the
Yeah,
most part, we had a pretty good group.
that's good.
We did
That's good.
we didn't have to make the walls sweat too much.
Yeah, that's like the opposite of mine. So we had a bunch of, brothers from bad neighborhoods and troublemakers, and so we definitely made it sweat in my division. At least on a
hmm
weekly or maybe twice a week basis. So I personally enjoyed it because growing up I was an athlete and I loved working out and taking care of myself. So I just got super buff and I wasn't super fat, so I just got real cut and buff and I liked it. But I always
hmm
try to motivate my shipmates in boot camp, and like especially when they do the Sharkies. Remember the
hmm
Sharkies? So they start crying when they do that, and me being the smart butt that I was,
Mm.
come on, guys, motivation. Swim faster. The shark is coming, and that didn't make a lot of them happy, and they basically would be pissed, and I would get even extra workouts on top of those make it rain workouts plenty of times. And my RDC, he would always call me Project, my last name. I'm not gonna state it all the time.
Mm.
So for me, boot camp was fun, but a little more different. And that's funny though. Back to you though, how you said like Full Metal Jacket. So
Mm.
us military folk got to make a joke out of it. So you were like Private Powell, your little pudginess.
Exactly.
All love, dude. All love. But I just had to throw that out there. I love you.
Yeah, it's all
So
good.
so then everybody. So how it works is after boot camp, you go to schooling. So usually, it depends if you join the military, or excuse me, join the military. I'm stupid. Uh, when you join the military, especially Navy, there, if you didn't choose a main job. So, like example, the Chico, he didn't go to MMA school to focus just on being an MM. He went undesignated, so that
Mm.
schooling is a lot shorter. And did you do that as well, or did you choose MM as your job when you joined?
Yeah, I went into the fireman recruit program because they said that I could choose any job I wanted to, and I kind of wanted to go in as a machinist mate 'cause I wanted to work in the boiler room because that's what my dad did for his whole career. So I wanted to do something like him and come out and go to work in the power plant with him. But
Oh, nice. So you went undesignated then. Oh, cool.
yeah,
I did not know that. Comparing to me, I went designated, and well, we'll get into that story of why I didn't really like it while I was in. But that's cool. So yeah, I know you guys basically after boot camp. So how it works is for us firemen, folks, where we're firemen, like engineering, machinist mate, MM or BT, or we work on elevators, air conditioning, so on. So I know personally for me, I went to an A school, which is basically additional schooling after boot camp, and I think that's like another 2 months I spent in Great Lakes. For you guys, it was what about uh, like 3 weeks, wasn't it? And then you guys were gone already.
I don't know.
You don't remember? I think
I
it
don't
was.
remember.
I think it was, if I recall. So while you were in Great Lakes schooling, how did you like the Great Lakes schooling side of it?
Oh, that
Of
was
it more?
amazing. I loved it, except for the teacher that or I had. He kept wanting to give me a hit on my shaving every morning because my neck would always I would shave up, and he told me I would have